I am a warrior. I am a fighter. I am a chronic illness survivor.
Conquering a recurring death race.
Prospering in any case. I am a warrior. I am a fighter. I am a sickle cell disease survivor. What's up, cellmates? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to talk about having depression and anxiety because of sickle cell. This is a conversation. The depression conversation is a conversation that I had did with one of the Confessions of a Warrior, but I don't remember if we ever did it together. I remember doing it with Confessions of a Warrior, but I don't think we ever did it. Also, I know that I haven't talked about anxiety, period, in the Confessions of a Warrior or in our YouTube videos.
Girl. We have it.
Did I yawn?
I yawn.
Okay, so having depression with sickle cell. For me, I experience depression when I'm having one of my own. I mean, depression is always, but like it gets, because I feel like I function high with depression, so people don't think that I'm depressed. So they don't look at me and see a depressed person because I'm functional. But the times where I'm non-functional is like when I literally am not able to function. Like whenever I'm real sick, I can't do anything. I gotta lay down most of the day. I can't, and not only just because a lot of times I work from my phone, but even when if I'm depressed while I'm like having a severe crisis, I can't even like concentrate to even do work from my phone. I don't even be having the energy for that. I don't be having I don't be healthy enough mentally to do that. I don't have the energy to do that, and then plus my body is telling me to stop doing anything. Because I feel like even just thinking sometimes could be a lot for us. Like just if you're an overthinker, I think it could be a lot for our body because we pretty much stressing ourselves out in our heads.
That's essentially all overthinking is. It's literally stressing
yourself
out.
It's a stress. You stressing yourself out.
You're stressing yourself out about something that you want or have to do.
Or something that you can't change, because that's usually what people stress about. Because if you could change it, why you stressing? So I feel like for me it's worse whenever my condition is worse. Whenever I'm really going through with sickle cell, I'm getting crisis after crisis, or I got a severe crisis that's been lasting me a long time, or if my chronic pain is at a level where it's interfering with my life. And because I went through a period of that. I think the first couple of years where when I had got those bone infarcts, it was rough. I was waking up, I was stiff when I was waking up and stuff. My bones were stiff, the bone was always aching. It was a lot. It was a lot to deal with. So I was extremely depressed. Like I had stopped talking for like 6 months. My mama, I didn't even realize it. I was literally texting my friends like, yeah, I'm depressed right now, but I feel like I'm handling it better than I ever have. And then I remember coming in the kitchen one day and I said something to my mom, and she like, oh my God, like you talking again. And I'm like, what you talk about? She like, you ain't been talking, you haven't talked in months. And I'm like, what? And then I started thinking about it like, she right. I haven't been talking in months. Like when she asks me something, I'll answer her, but like to have a regular, just to come and just like have a regular conversation with her, I literally didn't do it for like 6 months. Then I decided to like, okay, I got to get myself out of this situation. That probably was the worst depression that I've ever suffered. Like just in my room every day, not wanting to be around people, not talking, not socializing. Not really doing nothing. Cause sometimes I wouldn't even be like doing stuff like watching TV and stuff. Like I would just be laying in my bed listening to music most of the time. Um, so it can get bad. I've been in dark, deep dark depressions before. But a lot of times, because I'm able to pull myself out of it, or because I'm able to function when my depression isn't that bad, people will look at it and they won't think. Even other people who have depression. I remember having a conversation with some of my friends about depression and me like giving them advice on things to do, and they're basically telling me like you wouldn't know how this feels because it's never happened to you. And I'm basically telling them like the only reason why you can say with confidence that you're depressed is because you're diagnosed. The only difference between me and you is that I'm not diagnosed. I didn't go to a therapist. They didn't diagnose me with depression, but I also know what I went through, what I'm going through. So you can't tell somebody that they can't understand something because what they went through didn't look like what you are going through, or you ain't saw them go through it. Why do I have to go through something in front of people? I was just talking about this with my friends. Why do I have to show you that I'm going through something for you to believe it? Like, why do I have to cry for you to know that I'm sad?
So I feel like it's
Why I gotta throw something for you to accept that I'm mad?
yeah, I feel like it's the social media effect where it does if you didn't if they can't see it didn't happen
Or if
yeah
if they looking at you and you don't look like you
yeah
something, then it's like, no, you're not.
yeah pretty much
They invalidate your feelings, and that's crazy to me because I feel like I do intellectualize my emotions a lot, but at the same time, that's literally how my brain works. It just starts processing things when they happen. I can't stop it from doing that, but I would feel like me telling you, hey, I'm depressed, should be enough, rather than you having to see me going through it, or me having to call you and dump on you. Hey, this is what's going on. I hate my life. This is what's going on. That's what's going on. I'm just not that type of person. If I'm going through something, it's what I'm going through. So why am I taking it to somebody else?
yeah.
But you have a lot of people who
And
only know how to do that.
you know, much like people who don't understand that. A lot of people really don't understand that because they be like, oh, if you're going through this right, you should want somebody to help you. But like, yo, you
All of
can
us,
deal with a lot of stuff yourself. Like if you're mentally strong enough, you can deal with it yourself.
I feel like a lot of people don't want to deal with it themselves, and so the ones of us who can deal with it ourselves, they make us seem abnormal, like
Yeah.
that's weird, like or they don't believe us because we don't, or they'll try to diagnose us, or that's some trauma, whatever. No, what you're doing is trauma. What you're doing is due to trauma.
They get
You
crazy.
trauma bonding with everybody you come across, you dumping all your stuff on everybody you come across. That is, to me, is more unhealthy than me dealing with what I'm dealing with. It ain't like I'm avoiding my feelings or my depression or nothing like that. I'm dealing with it. Like, I literally have steps that I follow when I start feeling a certain type of way. So you telling me that in order for you to believe that this is how I feel, I gotta be down and out. Oh my god, I hate my life. Like,
Pretty much that's what they want you to do. People are weird.
that's not all of us.
I know, but people are weird. They're
Like,
real weird.
all of us literally are not like that. So like, why are y'all doing y'all expect it? And I believe that it's a societal thing. And I also feel like that's why when things happen, people perform, because if they don't perform, then nobody is going to believe that they feel like this. For
Pretty
instance, when people die, the over dramatics, the performance
people
that you see at
crazy.
funerals, I think people do that so they can prove that they sad.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't accept it. If I'm just sitting down, a few tears falling from my eyes, swipe them, and I'm good.
Oh no, I'm crying if I even get there. Especially with somebody close to me. Like the last funeral I cried was my grandma's funeral. Really?
Like, I cry at funerals, but it's not like, and I feel like I express myself, but it's not like other people. I cry at funerals, but I'm not gonna be
Yeah, right. People be
Like
going
boo
crazy.
hoo crying. That's not me. You will see a couple of tears trickle down my face.
I
That's
ain't,
all you gonna get.
I ain't giving you the satisfaction.
That's all you're gonna get. But I kind of feel like people be wanting to see
They do. They be
you
wanting to
in
see that.
turmoil, and it's weird to
They be
me.
wanting to see that, and I'll be like, bro, you're not getting the satisfaction.
They want to see you in turmoil, and then when you let people see you like that,
And then
they
have a
either
different reaction.
they either belittle you, they either make you
Mm-hmm.
feel worse, or they use it, they weaponize your pain. So basically, you want to see me a certain type of way so you can have power over me. That's kind of how I see it. Or those people who feel like you can't connect with them because they've never seen you go through things. But I feel like this: if that's the case, why are you talking to me about what you're going through? Why am I the first person that you call whenever you're going through something if that's how you feel? I don't. If I can't connect with you, I can't resonate. I can't empathize. Stop talking to me.
Pretty much.
But they're not gonna do that.
Nope.
Like if I was falling apart like you, I wouldn't even be able to help you. So you need to stop. You need to know what you're asking for.
Hey, look at her take this one.
You can go ahead, long check.
Hmm?
I said you can keep going, long check.
Oh, what about you? My thing is pretty much what is anxiety. I don't really get too much depression.
Anxiety.
Yeah, I don't get too much depression because I don't know. I just don't get depressed. Well, a lot of times I just don't get depressed, and it just
I think that you might do. You just
ignore it.
process it. Or you
Yeah,
don't realize it.
yeah.
Because I know
'Cause-
I didn't realize that I was depressed when I was little. That I've always been depressed. I didn't realize it, but I noticed that because I spent so much time alone,
Yeah,
that is one of the signs.
and we do spend a lot of time alone.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't say unhealthy amount, but it's a lot. We do spend a lot of time alone, and I prefer my aloneness because, and it'd be funny when I meet people and they be like, "You're such a good person. Why you ain't got nobody?" I like being by myself.
And they can't accept that as an answer.
I was like,
It's
I
who
really-
likes being by themselves.
Like, look, I like being by myself, and then when I do,
Because you don't like it.
yeah, and then when I do be with somebody, and they be like, they be like, I want to be around you all the time. I can't do that. I can't.
Right. I don't think there's nothing wrong with being by yourself.
I'll
But
be
I
like,
feel like
bro.
if you're pushing people away in order to
Okay,
be by
yeah,
yourself,
no,
that's
yeah.
different. But if I'm by myself most of the time because that's kind of like how I operate.
Yeah,
But
literally.
if people want to be with me, or if people want to spend time with me, and I'm not avoiding it, I don't think it's unhealthy. No. It's different if I'm avoiding it.
It's mainly anxiety, overthinking.
Yeah, I feel like anxiety is something that we don't talk about a lot too. I
Yeah.
feel like we go through anxiety a lot because sickle cell is unpredictable. So you're always trying to predict when something is going to happen, and it makes you anxious. Like sometimes I might feel like, for instance, this is why whenever we talk about how we use pain medicine and stuff, the lines are kind of blurred when you try to call somebody a drug seeker, because it could be times where I can feel sickling in my body,
Yep.
and I know that if I let this pain settle in,
Mhm.
it's
Can't
gonna
let
be
it do that.
it's gonna be bad, right? So
Mhm.
I'm thinking in my head, okay, I feel sickling. Let me do something about it. You take your pain medicine or whatever, and maybe you don't go into a full blown crisis. But does that mean that you're abusing your medicine? To me, it's
I was
not,
gonna
because
say-
I feel like, and also too, if you take preventative measures, like we talk about, whenever we have sex, you take medicine
Yeah.
before that, but you're not in a crisis. Does that mean
No,
that you're
like-
abusing your medicine? There's
That's-
a
it's-
blur line.
Yeah, I was gonna call it a double-edged sword. That's technically not the same thing, but yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
Like,
Can you say somebody abusing their medicine when they're trying to
They're-
prevent themselves from getting sick?
because if you take your medicine, if you sit there and let that pain build up and you take your medicine, you pretty much screwed at that point.
Yeah,
Like,
because it takes a longer time rather than when they first settle in, you go ahead and get it out the way and you good. But with me, because of the stigma and that we go through, because we are black people and we have an illness, and that just so happens to be uh we just so happen to have pain, and there's a opioid crisis, all of that stuff. Because of that, sometimes I will neglect taking my medicine so I won't feel like I'm abusing it. So there's even that. So like you said, that's where the double-edged sword comes in.
Yeah.
Because it's like, either you're neglecting taking your medicine or doing what you're supposed to do because you don't want to abuse your medicine, or you're taking it to prevent it. So it's kind of a slippery slope. Like, how can you say somebody is abusing their meds when that's our reality, what we living in? We don't know when we gonna have a crisis, and we don't know when it's gonna be severe or when it's gonna be just a little something that you could just wait out. You can't predict that. So it makes you anxious.
I wouldn't say don't take that chance either, because that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. You take that chance. That's one coin I ain't trying to flip.
Me neither. That's why it's best to
because on one hand you think that thing going like, okay, that's ready to feel like it's just gonna be a little something. I can just wait this out. Then it turns out to be something crazy. You be like, man, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
You regret it. You know how many times that has happened to me, where I neglected taking my medicine.
Bro, Sam.
That happened to me so much. Like, I won't take my medicine because I feel like, it ain't that bad. I can do this. I literally do that daily on a daily basis.
Like, it ain't that bad. I can push. I can push it. I'll be alright. Then right when, as soon as it's hit, you be like, dang man, I really should have took that medicine.
Exactly. Then you regret it.
I really should have took that medicine.
But I do feel like anxiety is one of the things we don't talk about either, because that's anxiety. That's anxiety. That's you being anxious, not really knowing. And that's why your body is chaotic.
Nope, well, I was gonna say, I think a lot, well, no, I ain't gonna say a lot of people don't talk about anxiety, because mental health is getting more and more. It's getting more and more. Did you waste some of your juice?
Yeah, I didn't even know how I did that. I wasted juice.
Oh man, but I'm glad mental health is getting more and more coverage as it goes. I feel like everybody should, even if you don't, I say you should go and work on your mental health at some point.
Have you seen a therapist at the hospital?
Therapist? We got a therapist?
Yeah.
No.
I talked to her. That's how I got on those super meds.
No, I ain't seen no therapist yet. I mean, I'm just now meeting a new doctor.
I met her just last week at my last appointment.
Which is crazy. I think we went like a week apart. I think you went the week before me, and I went the week after you. Yeah, Bria take me. I gotta go back and.
I like her though. She thorough. She thorough.
Yeah.
Real thorough.
She sure is. She took me off thing on thing.
You know how many appointments they didn't call to set up after I had that little conversation with her? Did you see the pharmacist too? Is he in there too?
Yeah, from the black man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they was getting my medicine together, or you want to increase your dose, so you can take this 3 times.
I was happy. I was like, I'm glad to see all these black people in here. I was like, wait a minute.
Okay.
I might just come in here to visit. Wait a minute, man.
Real thorough.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
I said, look at it, went and got a good doctor. We didn't get a bad doctor.
Black lady too.
You know, we usually go black lady, bad doctor, bad doctor, bad doctor.
Dr. Martin was cool,
Yeah.
but she was too
She
cool.
was.
I feel like that's a thing.
She was too cool, but Dr. Martin was lit.
About her, she gonna tell you a story about her life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I miss her though.
Yeah.
She was cool. Okay. Back to what we were talking about. Anxiety.
We're gonna take a break and start talking about our doctors and crap.
But I feel like we don't talk about anxiety a lot in the community. And honestly, you cannot avoid anxiety with sickle cell because of its unpredictability. Like, you never know what's going to happen. It's like you prepare, but sometimes you ain't even prepared enough. I literally have never over prepared for sickle cell. Never.
I'm not saying I think you can. Because it's always something. It's literally always something. And then when you think you got the stuff figured out,
You got the hang of it, something new come up. Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, what?
It's a lot. So like, back to what we were saying about either you neglecting yourself or you over preparing. So when you say a person is abusing medicine, unless somebody taking medicine for no reason, you taking 4, 6 pills at a time, and it's like for no reason, nothing wrong with you.
You trying to get belly up.
Like, yeah, you abusing your medicine.
Yeah. You trying to get belly up.
But I don't feel like that's a huge problem amongst sickle cell patients. But just like our body just being so chaotic, like we living in the chaos and we living in the trauma, and it's like a cycle. It's a vicious cycle. A cycle of you trying to stay ahead of sickle cell and sickle cell catching up with you, sometimes passing you, leaving you in the dust.
Mm-hmm.
And before you can even gather yourself to try and stick with it, something else happens. Get knocked back down. We don't ever get to resolve our issues fully before something else happens.
Like a sickle cell was like an old used car.
Right.
As soon as you fix something on it, you know, something else wrong with it. You like, bro, come on.
Right. Exactly. And it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have to face discrimination and stuff when we go to the hospital. It's like, how can you as a doctor not understand? And I understand like a lot of doctors are not educated, but I'm sorry, there's no excuse for you not to be educated about sickle cell for as long as it's been around.
You know, hospital I ain't going to if I ever get sick.
What?
That one right there thing.
That new one.
Yeah, I ain't going there.
Right, you heard something about it?
No, it's how them people slow, them people.
You never been there before?
No, I went with Breach. You had to get what was it? That's
at the hospital. I be getting my stuff done. I know a hospital like that.
Yeah.
But I'll go to Lake City and go to they got like a facility where you can go and get X-rays and stuff done. Not urgent care.
Oh.
It's like a doctor's office.
I didn't even look to your head.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm everywhere from Lake City dusty.
I think everybody from Kansas City think that.
Look, I mean, just look how they look though.
But they also think that about us.
I mean, yeah.
She said sexy red like she from Lake City. And she
Oh,
do.
she looked like she could see the head.
She do like she can see the hill. Just like the Memphis niggas look like they from up the track.
Yeah. Them niggas do.
Especially Set. You know Set, the song Piss Set Off. Yeah, nigga. My whole team smoking the dead. That's what I said. You know what I'm talking about. Them niggas look like they from up the track.
It probably is.
When I saw all of them in his video, I was like, are we related?
They from up the track.
They from home. They're from the country.
Yeah, they from home.
But we could not be more unrelated to Memphis people because they overpronounce R's and we don't pronounce them at all.
You see how they say the words with you are in it conversion.
Yeah, and we don't pronounce the R's. Yeah.
I'll be like, bruh.
You put a UH. And I don't know. I don't see how they get. Somebody said that Memphis don't got an accent. It's a speech impediment.
Well, I'm about to say Baltimore like that too. You ever heard them niggas? It's a certain sentence they can't say. All the words sound the same.
Baltimore, also DC, if I'm not mistaken. Where Chico from? It's some stuff that they pronounce too that be like.
I don't know what Chico from.
I think they're from DC.
Maybe. Yeah, that Baltimore accent niggas talking about.
But I really and truly feel like all black people sound country.
Yeah, especially ones from the South. Like,
Not
it don't
just
matter
from-
which southern state you from, all they.
Not even just from the South, but like, have you ever heard California niggas, Chicago niggas? Them niggas say French room, like us. I ain't never heard no other group of people call it French room. I literally thought that was a Geechee word.
Thought it was.
I never heard of nobody else saying it. When I saw that was one of their slang, I'm like, bruh, them niggas is from here.
Yeah,
They got a little Geechee in them.
that all it is.
I said, French room, right? Yeah,
It
that-
ain't nothing but.
somebody
they
was like,
parents-
what that mean? I said, what it sound like?
It ain't nothing but their parents from Geechee and
They move over
upstate.
there. I
That
think
all
so
it is.
too.
That legit all it is.
Because when I saw the consensus, they trying to say that it's only like 2,000 of us.
Mhm.
No, it's not.
You know, when people they done spread all over and up north and stuff.
First of all, we indigenous of this country. Then, some they say we Haitian. They say we African. The more I look for it, the more lost I become. It's like they're trying to hide our identity or something.
Yeah, man, we talk funny, but ain't no way, bro. Like they don't sit there and try to mix all these things up and talk. Yeah,
I can see Haitian though.
yeah.
The way that we look at death, them niggas ain't scared to die. We ain't scared to die. We even be making fun of it. But the way we look too. But who knows? Ain't no telling. Them folks be trying to hide who we from. So then our freaking grandparents won't teach us nothing, won't tell us nothing. I don't know no ancestors. I'm trying to study root work. I ain't got no ancestors to call on because I don't know nobody.
They don't.
I don't know nobody.
I don't know nobody past grandma or
Well,
granny.
Right. And she got all the info and won't tell us nothing. She ain't even her no more.
Getting old.
She done turned inside out now.
Mm-hmm.
She done back a baby now. She don't know nothing. But back to the topic at hand. Like I was saying, we deal with depression and anxiety a lot. And I feel like because we're so used to masking when it comes to like day-to-day life, like socializing, pretending that you're okay because you want to do different things as a kid. Because you told your mama that your legs was hurting, she wasn't going to let you go outside with your cousins and play. So we lie about how we feel. We downplay how we feel. We mask. That is masking. We mask a lot. And I feel like because we've done it so much, that when it comes to mental illnesses, we do the same thing. And people don't believe that we actually, hold up, because I forgot to put this on. Not disturb. That's why the thing was popping up. People don't believe that we actually go through depression, and people don't even believe that we sick because we're so good at masking it. We could be going through so much and you won't see it on our faces because we live in chaos every day. Some of us thrive in chaos. I feel like I do. We live in chaos every day because our bodies are chaotic. Even when you're not necessarily in pain or whatever, there's things going on inside your body that it's harming you. Like we literally got poison in our veins. The way that Marissa broke it down, and I'm gonna have to like tell her to write that down for me or something. But the way she broke it down, she was talking about how I forgot what she called it, the glue, the cement glue or something like that. She was saying we got some type of substance inside of our I don't know if it's the blood or veins like that, so that's why our cells stick together. But the way she be breaking it down, I be like, bro, they don't tell us all that. They just say our blood lacks oxygen. That's the only thing that I thought made us sickle. But it's a lot of other stuff too because of that substance. Also because our veins don't get the it doesn't get the message to expand when those blockages try to go through. So that's why we have the pain. Like the doctors just say, we lack oxygen in our blood. They don't break it down deep like that. And the way she broke it down, and I understood it without using all of the medical terms and stuff like that. I'm like, dang, why don't they talk to us like that? Do you realize that they don't really teach us how to manage sickle cell? They just give us medicine and say take. The only thing we know how to do is take medicine. And what's crazy to me is that's all they tell us to do. And then when you go to the doctor and you talk about like you having issues and they be like, what did you do for it? What do you mean what I do for it? What you told me to do for it? Take medicine. Y'all don't give us no other, like they don't give us no other directions and stuff. I do feel like doctors are doing that now, but we're just now learning different ways to manage sickle cell, different things that we can use. And honestly, I learned a lot of the things that I do from a lot of warriors and from trial and error, not necessarily from doctors. For instance, I was taking my medicine wrong the whole time and didn't even know it until another warrior told me how to take my medicine. Crazy. But the stuff that we deal through, we go through. It's hard. I'm tired. The stuff that we go through is a lot, and it does affect us mentally, physically, emotionally, all of the ways. All of the ways. And we should also talk about how sickle cell affects us spiritually too. But it affects us in a lot of ways, and we don't really have real conversations about a lot of those things. Like that anxiety, it's not something we always talk about because I don't feel like we know what to name what we feel a lot of times. And it is anxiety when you neglect to take your medicine because you don't want to abuse it, and when you take medicine so you won't go into a crisis in certain instances. I feel like that is anxiety because we're trying to stay ahead of sickle cell, and honestly, you can't. You really can't stay ahead of it. The only thing you can do is drink your water, get your rest, exercise, but not too much, and all of that stuff. But even with doing all of that, you still can get sick.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, is there a correct way to manage sickle cell?
Yeah.
I feel like yeah or no too, because I feel like if you out here just like being unhealthy, you don't love yourself. You out here drinking every day, smoking every day, and stuff like that, and you got sickle cell. Do you even love yourself?
Trying to keep holes.
Because I can't even drink too much soda.
It's certain sodas I can't even drink.
It's certain sodas I can't drink at all either. It'll literally put me in an instant crisis.
I will, bro. The only dark soda I can drink is Dr. Pepper, and I can't drink too much of it.
I don't drink dark sodas at all. I never actually put two and two together that why I don't drink dark sodas, but that's why.
Yeah. Plus, the only soda that I really can actually drink and
Ginger ale.
huh?
Ginger ale.
You know,
Right.
Sprite. I don't drink ginger ale.
That's about the same thing to me.
Yeah, it is, but
All I drink is
same one on me.
all I drink is ginger ale and Sprite because they pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get a little grape soda or whatever.
And I started drinking Sprite a lot because I forget what was. and that was on the only sodas, and it's caffeine free too. So
Sometimes you need caffeine.
I mean, yeah,
Sometimes I need caffeine. I don't know if your body act like that.
I do.
Cause I get headaches
Yep,
if I don't have none.
yep. You get a headache.
The headaches be terrible.
Crazy folks drink soda going. I'm like, bro, ain't no damn good.
Right. But anything else you want to add?
You know,
The last thing I want to say is just if you are going through depression or anxiety, just know that you're not the only warrior who's going through it. Panicking when you forget to take your medicine, neglecting to take your medicine because you're afraid of abusing it, taking your medicine before trying to get ahead of the pain, all of that is anxiety. All of those are signs of anxiety, like, and you really can't avoid having it when you got sickle cell. So don't be hard on yourself for having anxiety or being depressed, because really you can't help it. But there are things that you can do to get through it, and we will make another video about that. Like, that's another conversation for another day. We'll make another. I'll write it down right now. But thank you guys for watching this video. We will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Before you go, check out our website at cellmatesapparel.com to learn more about us, and also shop our online Teespring store. You click the shop button at the top and it'll take you directly to our online Teespring store where you have access to all of our beautiful designs. Thank you.